ஓகே. இம்மா கேக்குதுல்ல இப்போ? சாரி ஃபார் த ட்ரபிள். ஓகே. ஸோ பிரிட்ஜஸ் பார்க்கலாம். ஸோ பிரிட்ஜஸ்ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா டிசி பிரிட்ஜஸ், ஏசி பிரிட்ஜஸ் இருக்கு. ஓகேவா? ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் we can see the DC bridges. So in DC bridges, what are the classifications are there? Wheatstone's bridge and Kelvin's bridge. Okay. Okay. Now we can see Wheatstone's bridge, Kelvin's bridge first. So what is the thing in Wheatstone bridge? What will we do? We'll be measuring the resistance. Okay, we'll be measuring the unknown resistance. Okay, so what is the principle of bridges? According to the principle, you have to balance the bridge, isn't it? How will you balance the bridge? So the balancing condition is so the galvanometer should show zero deflection. So if the galvanometer shows zero deflection, then your bridge is said to be in balanced condition. Okay, so that what how will you get the zero deflection? That is the ratio arms. The ratio it should get same potential. Okay, if it is in same potential, then your bridge is said to be in balanced, and your galvanometer will show bridges. You'll be providing the DC supply. Okay, so see the diagram in the Wheatstone bridge. What is the thing? So already bridges means it consists of 4 arms. Okay, so this is the resistive bridge. Okay, because in Wheatstone's bridge we'll be measuring the resistance, unknown resistance, and the Wheatstone bridge will consist of 4 resistive arms. Okay, R1, R2, R3, R4. These are the 4 resistive arms, and the 2 junction will be connected to 2 points will be connected to the DC supply. In Wheatstone bridge, it will connected to DC supply. Okay, similarly in AC bridges, that it will be connected to AC supply. Okay, similarly other two junction will be connected to galvanometer. Okay, in DC bridges, galvanometer will be connected. Similarly in AC bridges, Sherring's bridge, Anderson's bridge, like that. Okay, in Sherring's, Anderson, Maxwell's. So in these bridges, we'll be providing AC supply, and we'll be connecting the AC thing. Okay, that means we'll be connecting the vibration galvanometer or any CRO. Okay, we'll be connecting CRO, or we'll be connecting any recorder. Okay, so that will be connected. Headphones will be connected. Okay, so this one in we are seeing the DC bridges. So first we can see the what is the balancing condition. So see here. So this we already in theory part we derived the equations, isn't it? How will you derive the bridge balance condition? Will be derived using the condition, isn't it? So what is the condition? See here, I1 R1 equal to I2 R2. That is the bridge balancing condition for this Wheatstone's bridge, isn't it? So according to the bridge balancing condition, you'll be deriving the equations. See, this one already we saw in theory part. Okay, so see here, then the formula we'll be getting R4 equal to R1 by R2 into R3. Okay, this is the formula for R4 is the unknown value. Here we are deriving the formula. So we can see that we can find the unknown value. Okay, so the 3 arms. Okay, 3 arms will be keeping the values as fixed. So 2 arms will be keeping the values fixed. And 1 arm will be varying. So I will show in the diagram. So this is the diagram. Then R3, R4, this is the ratio arm. We will be keeping this as fixed one. Okay, so R1 is a variable one. So by changing this resistance, we can balance our bridge. Okay, so see here, I am going to keep R3 as fixed one resistance value, and R4 I will going to keep one fixed value. Then I will vary this resistance. So if I vary the resistance, what is the thing? This one is unknown value, so you have to maintain this thing, this value. Okay, so see here, if I calculate this value, what is the formula for calculating? So already we saw this formula, isn't it? So R2 is equal to R1 by R4 into R3. So this is a formula for the bridges. So if you calculate the formula, you can find the balancing condition. So what is the value of R2? You can find it. The unknown value of R2 can be finding using the formula, isn't it? So we already know this 3 resistor. So we know this 3 resistance value, and if we find this unknown value, you will get some value. Okay, so what is the thing? You have to keep those value here. In practical condition, you have to set the R2 to that value. If you set that value, the galvanometer will show 0 deflection. Okay, this is the output. Okay, so what condition you are getting the galvanometer 0, that is your value. That is your output value. So if before that you can calculate through formula. Before that, you can calculate the R2 value through formula. So that is R calculated, and in also then tell the key at it, so that then we also initially starting the experiment. Okay, you have to give the connections as such. You can give either the connection in breadboard or you can give it in kit. Okay. In our experiment, we are viewing that kit. So the connections will be already manufactured inbuilt. Okay, it will be built inside. So you don't need to give the external inside. You don't need to give connections like that. You have to connect the output value or resistor value alone. Okay. So that will be invisible in the trainer kit itself. So the connections with very simple in this measurement. Just you are using the kit. Okay, so you will be find easy to give connections. If you have to wait not getting the out. So this time you're getting galvanometer some other point. And galvanometer will be getting 0 drugs. Then you can note that out. Okay, that's why you can get for similarly you can take for a set of readings also. So you can just change the resistor value. See here resistor again. Then for other type of readings you can take the bridge balancing conditions. Okay, this thing I will be coming under here also. So see this tab. So here model calculation also given. See this is the tabulation. So the other 2 values are given. And the unknown value of resistance is calculated, Rx. Okay, the unknown value of resistance is calculated using this formula. Okay, so we have to divide R1 by R2 into that R3 value. Okay, then you will be getting this value. So you have to check that this when this value is assigned for that in the circuit, whether the galvanometer shows 0 or not. Okay, that one you have to.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the condition for DC bridge. Okay. So DC bridge we are taking the for Wheatstone's bridge. So similarly in Kelvin's bridge also same thing. Kelvin's bridge also will comes under DC bridge. Okay. The conditions are same. But what is the thing? In Kelvin's bridge we'll be finding the value below low resistance value. That means below 1 ohm or 100 ohm you'll be finding the value. So same thing. So the formulas only varies according to the condition. The formulas varies, and according to the construction of the bridge, the values, the formulas also change. Okay, but the thing is same. So see in here you will be finding the values. See the values will be 10 ohm, 100 ohm like that. Okay, that is the thing different here in Kelvin's bridge. But the procedure is same. So first thing you have to give the connection in the kit, and you have to vary the other resistance. Okay, if you vary the other resistance, you can find the unknown value. The unknown value can be calculated by using the formula. So see, this is the formula. that is R is equal to PS by Q. You can take any other thing. Okay, that is sometimes you can take R1, R2, R3, R4 like that, or you can take any alphabetical P, Q, R, S like that. Okay, so here they took like that. Okay, P, Q, R, S like that they took. So we'll be keeping the formula is R is equal to PS by Q. Okay, so according to this circuit, you can take it. Okay, that's no problem. But the formula should be correct. So before balancing the condition, okay, so first initially the bridge will be at unbalanced condition, isn't it? So you have to make the bridge at balanced. So see here, this values are I'm keeping that fixed 1 like that, and I'm going to vary the 1 ohm. Okay, 1 ohm. If you vary this resistance, so you have to calculate by using the formula. See, if you use this formulas, R is equal to PS by Q, then you'll be finding some one value. So that value how to note down. Okay, then you have to check whether if you assign that value to the circuit, the bridge is balanced or not. Okay, then if you check the balance, the bridge will show the galvanometer will show the null deflection. So the galvanometer will be shows the null deflection. Okay, so if the galvanometer shows you the zero deflection, then your bridge is in balanced condition, and you can take that value. Okay, you can take that particular value. So all the thing is, so here when model calculations they perform. So if you vary the resistance and like that, see here the resistance is 1000 ohm into 10 ohm by 1000. So PQ I kept it as 1000, and you can vary the S as some value. Okay, so if you so the unknown value is found. See here, the unknown value of resistance is 10 ohm. Now you can keep this 10 ohm in the circuit. You can vary this to 10 ohm. Then you can check whether the galvanometer shows 0 or not. Okay, so before that you can find the value. You know that formula, so you can substitute in formula, and you can find the unknown value. So that unknown value you have to place it in this circuit. So if you check that value, if you place that value and check, the galvanometer will shows you zero deflection. Okay, this is the condition. So this is applicable for all the bridges. The procedures are same. Okay, but the thing is, the DC or AC or what are the things you are finding the resistance or inductance or capacitance, that only varies, and balancing condition, that formulas also varies according to our bridge construction. Okay, that are the thing different. So this one I will show you in virtual demo also. So one of the bridge I will explain now. So then you can go AC bridge. See here, example in AC bridge, what is the condition? Now you can see some other bridges. So this is Maxwell's bridge. Okay, so accordingly the bridge circuit also changes. Okay, so in Maxwell's bridge, what is the thing? In Maxwell's bridge, we will be finding the unknown inductance value. Similarly, in Shering's bridge, we will be finding the unknown capacitance value. Okay, so these are the thing. So similarly, in Anderson bridge also, you'll be finding the inductance value. But what is the thing? Here we will be making the capacitor as a fixed value. You won't change that capacitor. Okay, in Anderson bridge, we'll be finding that you'll be keeping the capacitor fixed, and you'll be varying other arms. Okay, so that is a thing. Anderson and this one different. So see here, this bridges consist of resistive, and one bridge consists of inductive also. Okay, so see here, 2 ohms consist of pure resistive arms, and other 2 consist of resistive and capacitive arms. Okay, one thing resistive and capacitive arms, and one thing resistive and inductive part. Okay, so this is the bridge construction. Now we have to balance the bridge. So already we know that in theory class we balance the conditions to balanced, and we find the derivations, isn't it? So see here the derivations. So this is the derivations. So R1 L1. Okay, so we derived in the theory class. Okay, so just you take this formula alone. Okay, just take the formula alone. Now, because we don't need to derive again, if you know that formula, you can take that formula. Okay, you can take the formula and you can find the unknown value of inductance. So how will you find the inductance value? See, the formula is, what is the formula? See, whether the screen is visible to you?
Screen தெரியல மேம்.
சொல்லலாம் முன்னாடியே, நான் தானே சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன், எதுனாலும் உங்களுக்கு தெரியலன்னா ஆடிபிளான சொல்லுங்கன்னு தானே சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன். எப்போ இருந்து தெரியல? For me no problem. Okay, I will take class for 3 hours also. நீங்க சொல்ல டிலே ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். நீங்க தான் எனக்கு இந்த மாதிரி இஷ்யூஸ் இருந்தா சொல்லணும். ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியலன்னா சொல்லணும், என்னுடைய வாய்ஸ் கேட்கலன்னா சொல்லணும், அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் ஆகலன்னு சொல்லணும். எதுவும் சொல்ல மாட்டேங்கீங்கன்னா எப்படி ரியாக்டே பண்ணலன்னா எப்படி?
இப்பதான் மேம் கட் ஆச்சு ஸ்கிரீனு. வாய்ஸ் நல்லா கேக்கு.
வாய்ஸ் நல்லா கேக்குதா? ஸ்கிரீன் இப்போ தெரியலையா இன்னும்?
தெரியல மேம்.
தெரியல.
ஓகே ஓகே. அந்த வீட் ஸ்டோன் பிரிட்ஜ் எல்லாம் சொன்னதுக்கு தெரிஞ்சுச்சா ஸ்கிரீன்?
தெரிஞ்சு மேம்.
இப்பதான் கட் ஆச்சா?
நைஸ் மேம், இப்பதான் கட் ஆச்சு. அப்ப
ஓகே,
அவருக்கு
நீங்க ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியலனாலும் சொல்லணும். ஓகேவா?
இப்போ தெரியுது மேம்.
Okay. So this is the formula for, similarly this is the construction. See here, this is a Maxwell's bridge. Maxwell's bridge சொன்னது கேட்டுச்சா? ஸ்கிரீன்ல தெரிஞ்சுச்சா?
தெரிஞ்சு மேம்.
Okay okay. So see here, this is a formula. L1 is equal to R2 R3 C4. So what are the things you can take in tabulation? So you'll be taking R1 R2 and on capacitance. So this is a formula, R1 R2 capacitance. So this one only we'll be using in the formula also. Okay, so you just tabulate it and you keep what are the values you are keeping, what are the values you are fixing as the resistors or capacitors. You have to take it in the tabulation. Now you have to use the formula. L is equal to, what is the formula? L is equal to R1 R2 into C. Okay, so that formulas you will be calculating. You are calculating the formula and you have to find the unknown value of inductance. Now what is the thing? You have to check the bridge is balanced or not. So you have to keep this inductance value. So you see here the value is 600 millihenry. I got 600 millihenry by manual calculation. Okay, so what is the thing I am going to do? I am going to balance the bridge through this value. Okay, I am fixing the value to 600 millihenry. Okay, if I fix the in the circuit, what is the thing? The detector should show. See here, so there is a detector. So the detector should shows you 0. That means how will you see in detector? In AC bridges. So see here, this is a AC bridges. I am connecting DC supply, AC supply here. Okay, you shouldn't put a DC supply. So here it is a AC supply. Okay, so how will you balance the detector? Here the detector will be headphones or the detector will be CRO. If you are using the headphones, what is the thing? Initially at an unbalanced condition, the headphone will make noise. Okay, headphone will make you some noise. So at the time of balancing, if you know the balancing point, isn't it? You find that 600 millihenry, at 600 millihenry for this particular value, the bridge will be balanced. See here the tabulation. So for keeping this 0.6 capacitance, 1000 kilo ohm and 1000 kilo ohm other resistor, you will be getting the result 600 millihenry according to the formula. So if I keep this 600 millihenry L, if they keep the L1 as 600 millihenry, then what is the thing? The headphone should stop the noise. Okay, so at balancing condition, the headphone will be, the noise will be stopped. Okay, so that is the bridge condition you are identifying as a detector. Okay, so in headphones, the bridge balancing condition is that noise will be stopped. Similarly, by using CRO, if you use the CRO, what is the thing? You will be getting some oscillations or you'll be getting some waveform. Okay, the waveform will be like that, sinusoidal. But when you balance the bridge, okay, if you identify the balancing point and if your values are noted, if you substitute, if you replace that value, then what is the thing? That CRO will show you 0. Okay, that way initially will be some waveform will be shown in the CRO, but if you balance the condition, it will shows you 0. Okay, so that is the thing you have to in AC supply. That is the detector will be using one CRO or you'll be using headphones like that. You will be finding the value. Okay, that you will be finding the balancing condition. Okay, so same thing only in Shering's bridge and Anderson bridge also. Okay, what is the condition? So here you are finding the unknown inductance. Then what is the Shering's bridge? So see here, I will show you the circuit of the Shering's bridge also. So in Shering's bridge, you will be finding the So in Stirling's bridge, the formula is, see here. So this is the bridge. Okay. See the Stirling's bridge. Stirling's bridge consists of capacitance and the resistance. Okay. So both side you consist of one part. It will consist of resistance and capacitance. Another consists of resistance and capacitance parallel. Okay. So other arm consists of one capacitance and other arm consists of pure resistance. So this is the construction of Stirling's bridge. Already we studied in theory part also. We already derived also. Okay. So what is the thing then? So see here, if you derive, you will be getting the formula. So C1 is equal to C2 by R4 into R3. So this is a formula. That is, we can by deriving the balancing point, we'll be finding the formula also. So you see here the tabulation. Now, what is the thing? The formulas. What are the terms you are using in the formula? You'll be putting in the tabulation also. See here, C2 R4 R3. C2 R4 R3. See, C2 R4 R3. I'm putting in the tabulation. So Cx is the unknown value that we are putting it in calculation. See, Cx is equal to what is the formula? C2 by R4 into R3. That formula you have to take it. If you calculate it, then Cx value is 0.4. So initially I'm keeping the value as 100 kilo ohm and C2 value is 0.05 and R4 value is 800 ohm. So if I keep this value, then what is the thing answer I'm getting? 0.4. This thing I have to do it by manual calculation. Okay. This one I am doing in manual calculation. So this is a set value. What is a set value? Set value means you have to set this value to the circuit also. Okay. So the 0.4 is the balancing condition of the bridge. Okay. So if you see, so in the bridge you will be balancing. See. So this is unknown value. Okay. So the unknown value should be, so this is unknown value, Ex like that given. No, this value is unknown value. So in place of this value, if I keep 0.4, then this detector will shows you 0. That means if you place the CRO, it will shows you 0. And if you place any detector like headphones or anything, the headphone noise will be stopped. Okay. Initially, before balancing the bridge, the headphone will make some noise. So when you balance the bridge and if you make particular, you have to vary. Okay, you have to vary other thing and you have to find the unknown value. Okay, if you find the unknown value and replace with that value, then this detector will make that noise will be stopped. Okay, so this is thing for balancing the condition. Similarly, you can see here, you can vary the thing also. So I am keeping here capacitance alone. I am fixing the value to 0.05 microfarad. Other thing I am changing. See, I am keeping 100 ohm for one value. And next thing I'm taking 10 kilo ohm. Next thing I'm here taking the 800 ohm. And next case I'm taking the 80 ohm. Like that I'm changing the values for next set of readings. So see, accordingly the Cx value also get changed. So if the Cx value change, this value is our balancing condition. And this value should be set in our experiment also. So that you can identify what is the balancing condition of bridge. Okay. Similar procedure only. How you took the DC bridge and how you took AC Maxwell's bridge, same procedure only. But the thing is, you have to find the construction of the bridge is different. So every construction is different, so that the derivations also change different. So that formula for all the bridges also changes, and the measuring quantity also. So you are finding the inductance for one bridge, and you are finding the capacitance. Like that, you are finding some other thing. Okay, that is the things different, but the procedure for thing is same. Okay, so these are the thing. So similarly, Anderson bridge also same thing. Okay. Only the thing is construction is different, and in the Anderson bridge, you will be finding the unknown value of inductance. Okay. So that already is, so this is the diagram for Anderson bridge. So see here the constructions are different, and we are keeping one capacitors as a fixed capacitors here. So you'll be finding the, see, according to derivation, you'll be finding the formula. So see this formula, L equal to C into R3 by R4 into small r into R4 plus R2 plus R2 into R4. This is the formula, okay, that you derived. If you derive the Anderson bridge, you will be getting the balancing point of inductance. So this is your unknown value. This is the unknown value of inductance. So you have to, in tabulation, what are the things you have to take? You have to take the C and you have to take R3 value, R4 value, R2 value. Okay, if you take those value and tabulate, and for every particular values, you have to find the unknown value first. So if you find the unknown value, then you have to set this in circuit. If you set this in circuit, you'll be finding some balancing point. That means if in the detector you'll be finding the particular thing. Okay, you can understand. So I will show you virtual lab demo. So that time you'll be clear. Okay. So now we can go for other part. So these are the thing comes under bridges. Okay. So I will show you virtual demo last. So next you can see the next part is electrical machines. So what is the thing you'll be learning? You'll be measuring the power, energy meter. Okay, that are the thing. So first you can see how will you measure the power using watt meter. Already by using watt meter you'll be measuring the power, isn't it? So see here, I will show you the experiment. So this is a measurement of three-phase power and power factor. What is the aim? Our aim is to measure the power. So this is the three-phase power. We are going to measure three-phase power by using the watt meter. So see here, you'll be using 2 watt meter. Already you know watt meter will measure power. That is, there will be 2 coil in watt meter, isn't it? One coil is, see here, this is a watt meter. So in watt meter, you will be connecting. So in watt meter, what will the thing? Now, can you follow the screen?
ஸ்க்ரீன் இப்போ கட் ஆயிட்டு.
Okay, I will. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay. So I will checking the screen again. Whether the screen is visible or not?
Yes, ma'am. Screen தெரியுது.
Okay. So see here. So for measuring the power, you are measuring 2 wattmeter. See here, we are using wattmeter. So you already know wattmeter, there will be one current coil, one pressure coil. Okay. So see here, this is the current coil and this is the pressure coil. So it will read the current and voltage. So it will be the product of voltage and current is power, isn't it? So you'll be here, you are using the 3-phase supply. So in 3-phase supply, you are finding the power. What is the power it is drawing? Okay. So power means formula V into I. So in wattmeter we'll be finding the both voltage and current product will be finding in wattmeter. Okay. Here you will be using the load. Okay. See here, this is a supply and we'll be finding the voltage. We'll be connecting the voltage to any two lines. So what is the purpose of this voltage? So it will give the reading how much supply you are receiving in voltage, how much supply you are initially receiving, that we can see in voltmeter. Okay. 1 minute, wait. It is audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So see here in wattmeter.
Ma'am, screen cut ஆயிடுச்சு.
Wait for 1 minute. Yes, ma. I lost the supply. Wait. I'll be back now.
இப்ப தெரியுது ma'am screen.
Okay. Now can you see the screen? See, just 2 minutes. Okay. So see here. See in this method, what you have to set the voltage to the rated value by using the auto transformer. You vary the voltage to 415 volt. For 3-phase, what is the thing? For 3-phase, the rated voltage is 415 volt. Okay. So for a single phase, 230 volt. Okay. So here you are using the 3-phase supply. Okay. So you have to set this voltage to 415 volt. Okay. Can you hear me? Whether it is audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Whether screen is also visible?
ஆமா மேம் ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியல.
Okay. So see here, next what is the thing? You have to connect it to load. Okay, you have to connect it to load. For each time,
ஸ்கிரீன்
you
தெரியல.
have to vary the load also. Initially, you keep the load to 0. Okay. That means you are not connecting any load. So if you not connected to load, what is the thing? So power will be screen telema. You pin it. You make my screen as pin. Okay, I will check it now. Whether stable or okay. Here you have to 415 volt. You have to you are applying you are going to apply load what you want. You it's ready for item then initial volt. Students, can you see the screen? Okay, I will explain it. Can you hear me, students?
ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியல.
Students? Chinnaraja?
மேம் வாய்ஸ் பிரேக் ஆகுது மேம். அதே மாதிரி ஸ்கிரீனும் தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது மேம்.
Okay, I will tell you like this. Okay, wait. I will show you screen. My screen is not sharing. பிரிட்ஜஸ் வரைக்கும் வாய்ஸ் தெளிவா இருந்துச்சா? ஹலோ for measuring the power and power factor. So what are the tabulation you have to take? You have to take the voltage and you have to take the current and you have to calculate power 1, power 2. Okay. So that will be wattmeter. So the wattmeter will be the total consumed. Okay, the power. Finally, to find the power factor. Power factor will be find using form. So what is the first? You have to weigh the load. First, you have to reach for this supply. So your volume 100 kilo current no few between that. So you can show the current ampere. That value also will be on wattmeter 2. So you measure the value here. You note down the value here, and the adding of the power 1 and power 2. You add the both power. You will be getting total power. That is the total power consumed. Okay. Then power factor you have to find it through the calculator. See here. This is the phase angle. Phase angle is inverse of root 3 higher reading minus lower reading by higher reading plus lower reading. What is the higher reading, lower reading? That means the wattmeter reading. Okay. So tan inverse root 3 of 2.